What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for popping into my review for A Complete Unknown. This is directed by James Mangold and also co-written by James Mangold, starring Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan. And this movie kind of shows how he got his fame and what he decided to do with it and how he decided to act with his fame, including a love triangle that he's in with Monica Barbaro and Elle Fanning, who I think are great in the movie, for their different reasons. I mean, they're kind of different performances, but I think that they're both great in their own way. And Timothée Chalamet is also great as Bob Dylan. He'll probably get an Oscar nomination for this. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he'll be nominated. Now that I'm kind of seeing all these performances, I think that the best actor race is down to Ray Fiennes and Adrian Brody. So we'll see how that shapes out. But Timothy's probably definitely going to get a nomination for this. He slips right into the role. The voice is excellent and the singing is excellent. We knew he could sing. If you saw Wonka, you know that Timothée Chalamet can carry a musical. Not that this is a musical biopic, I guess, but he's great in this movie. And James Mangold has fully redeemed himself from Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Not that I think that's a bad movie, but I think that you could have slapped anybody's name on that movie as director, and it probably would have felt the same because James Mangold, I believe, was in handcuffs that whole entire time by Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy. So he couldn't really make a James Mangold movie. He had to make a Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, 2023 Disney movie. So that's a different conversation. Not saying that movie's bad, just saying he couldn't really give us like a Ford versus Ferrari with Dial of Destiny, which also stars Boyd Holbrook, who's in this as Johnny Cash, who he's got like 2 or 3 scenes in this movie. But honestly, if you're giving anyone a Best Supporting Actor nomination from this film, a lot of people will be pointing at Edward Norton. I'm pointing at Boyd Holbrook for the role of Johnny Cash. He was a standout in this movie. And I think that the movie was very well made. I don't think there's anything too exciting about like the cinematography or the production design. It's okay, it's fine. It's nothing that's like, wow, what a great thing I'm looking at. And I think the movie overall has that same kind of vibe to it. It's like, okay, it's a good movie, but it's not a great movie. And it's not a movie that I can really get emotionally involved in either. You kind of go through the story from the outside. You don't really learn anything about Bob Dylan as a person other than, he's a little stubborn. And I guess that's the point of the movie. It's called A Complete Unknown, but maybe you should have done something else with it. I don't know. I wanted to get a little more emotionally invested into it or care about it. I didn't really care about it. The only really character I thought I was going to start caring about was Elle Fanning, but even the relationships in the film, like with Monica Barbaro as well, they just kind of come and go. They fade in and fade out into the movie. Edward Norton fades in and fades out. There's not really a straight narrative in this film. And also, if you saw the film Elvis, which this kind of reminded me of, Elvis is a better movie, by the way, even though this will probably also get a Best Picture nomination. Elvis is definitely a better film. If you've seen that, halfway through the movie, Elvis has to, I think he's on a football field or something, and they don't want him to sing a certain type of music, but he gets up there and he starts doing it anyway, and then he gets escorted off the stage. Without spoiling it, imagine that, but to be the end of the movie and the climax of the film. It leaves you like, okay, it was okay. It's a fine movie. It's a fine watch. It is a little long. I do think it probably could have been cut down a little bit with trailers before the film started. I felt like I was in there for almost 3 hours. It was pretty insane, to be honest with you. There were certain things that could have been cut out. I think that didn't really add to the story. Not that the movie really had much of a story. It was just kind of like you're watching glimpses of time pass with really no narrative structure. That's kind of how I felt about it anyway. I liked the movie. I didn't love it. Thought it was very well made. I liked the performances. I think James Mangold did a good job directing the film, but it's not as good as Ford versus Ferrari. And actually, I would probably rather watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny over this film. You can't go wrong with John Williams. But yeah, in the end of the day, I'm going to give A Complete Unknown 3.5 out of 5 stars. Liked it, didn't love it. Can't say I was disappointed by it because I don't think it was bad, but it definitely wasn't as good as it probably could have been either. So that's my thoughts on the film, guys. Comment down below. Did you see the film? Do you plan on seeing it? What's your favorite James Mangold film? What's your favorite recent James Mangold film? I think mine's definitely Ford v Ferrari. Leave that down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I just posted a review for Nosferatu. It's up on the channel now, and a bunch of other stuff. Big reviews coming in the future, including my picks for the top 10 best movies of 2024. That's all on the way within the next few weeks. And guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at RonKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at King Arises 131. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for A Complete Unknown. And until next time, over and out.